Turn on the news. This is the Herd Line News.
Well, speaking of Richard Sherman, when he did go down with that Achilles injury, it's a huge blow to the defense. But he said that he knew it was coming in sort of a weird way.
Yeah, I knew what was happening. I mean, it's been bothering me all season. So give them all you got because they deserve it. That's what I did. You know, I wanted to give my team the best chance to win. You know, we were kind of beat up at corner anyway. Didn't really want to put the young guys out there and put them in a hard spot.
He said that it was bothering him all season. It was one of those things you just had to play through as long as he could. And when it goes, it goes.
I know.
Meaning he kind of knew this would happen at some point.
Yeah, they took a picture of him on the sideline. He was, like, pragmatic about it. They literally, I think Mike Tirico, like, lip reading is like, yeah, it's my hammy. And he looked at, I think he was with Bobby Wagner, the linebacker. It was like, this is what we've been talking about for weeks.
I don't know. If I thought that was going to happen, I might not play.
I don't know. Football's a really different culture. In baseball and basketball, you would not play.
Right. And I understand that guys play through injuries all the time, cracked ribs. But your Achilles ends your season, and maybe, I don't know, you sit out a couple games to make that recover. I don't know.
I think football's just different. And I think it, I can always remember this. There was a Minnesota Twins player, Justin Morneau, that had a concussion. He was a baseball player. He was a really good player, left-hander for the Twins years ago, and he had a concussion, and he missed the season. And it was not that long after, like Aaron Rodgers had a concussion and missed a week. And I think some of that is the pressure. There's a certain pressure in the NFL, and I've talked to a lot of football players about this. Like, you get labeled in an NFL locker room if you don't play hurt. Like,
oh, absolutely. But I don't think Richard Sherman would.
I don't know. It's just the way it is, man. It's a violent, physical game, and if you don't, you got to play hurt. And then nobody's going to get your back if you're. Listen, everybody's playing hurt. So why is your injury worse than anybody else's injury? Is kind of the mantra in the NFL. It's different. It's a different culture.
I just wonder how long that's going to affect him for. Also, a very tough guy is Russell Wilson. He had to miss a snap yesterday after a pretty brutal hit.
Yeah.
Turns out that his jaw had to be popped back in.
Oh, yikes. Oh.
Well, I got smacked in the jaw pretty good there. So I wasn't concussed or anything like that. I felt completely clear. I was just trying to move my jaw. I was like, oh, man, stuck. I was fine, though. 100% fine. And then they finally went over through the whole concussion stuff and all that. We went through every question you can imagine. And I answered even some more for him just so they know I was good.
Ow! He had to unstick his jaw?
Yeah.
Hey, what is going on?
Listen, I've seen on the sidelines a couple times. I'm sure everybody here, veterans watching today, I've seen, not very often, it's just so grotesque, but about once a year, Goulet, you've seen this, where they pop a guy's finger back into place.
Oh, it's already happened this year. I think Austin Rivers did it.
I mean, again, can you imagine in a basketball, like in a baseball game? Like, hey, timeout, umpire, timeout, hold on. Let me finish the at-bat. Like, it just wouldn't happen. Like, in football, that's what you do.
A jaw.
A jaw.
Do you have that thing where your jaw clicks?
Yeah, a little bit.
I have it really,
My
really
dad
bad.
had it, yeah.
It hurts so much.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even imagine if it was stuck.
Take a break off
way.
if it's too much. See, I'm different than the NFL.
You want me to take the day off?
Well, if you've got a jaw issue,
okay.
I'm here for you on the jaw issue.
It's really been hurting me lately. I think I have something
Friday.
to do Monday.
Yes, Toes hurts on Friday.
I gotta go. And finally, the Lakers lost to the Wizards, and right now, Lonzo is shooting 29% from the field, 22% from three, and he is 50% from the free throw line. Still, people are comparing him to Jason Kidd. So Jason has heard about this, and he's not a fan.
It's still early in his career, and it's a stretch. He has to understand what it means to play hard and what it means to win and how to win at the highest level. And it takes time. And hopefully in 3 years, maybe there is a better comparison. But right now, it is a stretch, and he has a ways to go.
Okay, he's calling it a stretch and also pointing out that he doesn't know what it's like to play hard, which is the critique of Lonzo Ball right now, that he looks very, very passive.
Yeah,
I thought he was uninterested.
I thought he was actually last night. He didn't shoot well. I thought he was. You can tell he's hearing the criticism because last night he played much more aggressively. You know what actually worries me is not the 3-point shooting; it's the free throw shooting. Like, listen, a lot of guys
it's in his head. Free throw shooting is all in your head.
Yeah, so
what he does is, if you notice at the beginning of the game, you can see that he's trying to be aggressive.
Yeah.
He's like pressing almost. and then that dies out pretty fast.
When he misses four shots.
He's missing all of his shots, and then he goes right back to being passive.
He had a shot from the corner last night. I think it was second half. It was an open three, and he missed like high school miss. And I was like, okay, he has no interest shooting. Like it was not just a miss. It was like, is the door open in the arena? Like the wind caught it.
Yeah, I honestly think the only solution for this really is if the Lakers or maybe the family can figure out a way to take the pressure off of him for a while and actually put it on the players who are playing better. Let's talk about them some more instead of this guy who's shooting, what is it, 29%?
But this is predictable. What did I say 3 days ago? They're going to lose to Boston. They're going to lose to Washington. They're going to and then they're going to go home and not leave the state for 28 days. So this is predictable. They're not as good as Boston. They're not as good as Washington. I think who do they play next?
Those teams also have fantastic point guards.
Yes,
so it's going to be hard to go up against them.
Yeah, this was going to be a bad week stretch for the Lakers and PR, but they come home and about next Monday I think they come home and it is bad teams at Staples and they'll be okay. Yeah, they're at Milwaukee next, so you can put that one down for a loss too.
Yeah.
Christine with the news.
Well, that's the news.